For Football Focus Extra, time to get our teeth into the first knockout round of the UEFA Champions League and some compelling ties. Most likely an Anglo-Italian showdown is the theme we're going to pursue here right now. Let's get the pundits unleashed on some of these ties, and the appealing, or most appealing, has to be Inter against Manchester United. Jamie Reeves is going to be our lead-off hitter to bring some baseball terminology into it there. Right, Jose Mourinho and the league leaders and the best team, therefore, in Italy, against Sir Alex Ferguson, Manchester United, and the best in the known universe. So who's going to win?
It's going to be tough, obviously. It's really the game that Jose Mourinho has been brought in for, because Inter were already winning leagues in Italy, but they haven't been doing well enough in Europe. They felt that by bringing him in, he could take them to that next level and dominate in Europe. And with his track record against Manchester United, pretty good. I think 10 games when he was with Chelsea, only lost once. I think he will. I think at home he'll get the result. It'll be close, but I think he will get the result. Partly based, John, on the defensive weaknesses for Manchester United in the middle of the defence.
Now, we have to just list, I mean, the biggest problem for them is that Vidic is suspended following his sending off in that Club World Cup. Now, as a result of that, we're not sure what the team is going to be. Jose Mourinho, and this is interesting, a follow-up question on this one for Paul, is that Jose Mourinho has attempted to goad Manchester United by saying, well, come on, come here and play a little bit. He's saying otherwise it's going to be dull, it's going to be awful. They're not silly, are they? They're not going to go there and get exposed and get beaten by more than one, are they?
No, you're talking about a Manchester United side that's well seasoned as well, and they know what the score is. You know, they're the current champions. They've been playing extremely well just of late. So I think that they'll go there, they'll know exactly what they've got to do. I don't think that the heads will go down if they concede one goal, or possibly two, because I think that they would feel that if they got them back home, back at Old Trafford, that, you know, it'd be a different kettle of fish. I think that they could really go after Inter.
OK, fine. Well, we'll see what happens in that one. Again, we stress we aren't going to give score predictions right now, but rather just talk about what we expect in a footballing sense, because they're amazing ties, all of these. None more so than Real Madrid, for instance, the most trophied team in the history of this particular competition, against Liverpool, the most trophied British side knocking around. And Steve McMahon, naturally enough, you can talk about this one. Juan de Ramos against Rafa, that's another element, another, you know, angle to this one. Who's going to be the happier after the first leg?
I'm suggesting Liverpool will be the happier, because I think it's going to be a draw. I'm going to do a prediction, say it is a draw. Liverpool are so good away from home, draw specialists at the moment in the domestic league. But having said that, Real have been on form. I mean, the scoring goals for fun. Raul is surprising everyone at this moment. In form again. They really have got a good thing going at the moment. And then Juan de Ramos, is he keeping the seat warm for Rafa? That's another question everybody will be asking as well. So it's an intriguing tie, this one, it really is.
So the draw. Let's just to follow up on that, Chevy, let's hear from you for the first time. You know, conventional wisdom would have it, Liverpool can go and smother just about anywhere, but this is a Real Madrid side that's won its last 3, scoring 11 goals in the process. They scored 6 in the first half the other day. No way through for them?
No, John, I quite like the way Liverpool set up away from home in Europe, and I agree with Micah. They can neutralise this Real Madrid attack on the counter-attack. You know, if there's an area of weakness, it is the 2 central defenders for Real Madrid. I think there's a lack of pace there, and Rafa will be looking at Torres, you know, to beat that. So I think it'll be a draw, but I think it will be a score draw.
OK, score draw, fine. So draws there. Paul, let's come to you with another encounter between England and Italy, if you like, and this is Arsenal against Roma. Roma, some weeks back, had problems. They've got players coming back into the side. Midfield sees De Rossi and Perotta come back in. Vucinic, the leading scorer, comes back in up front for them. And they're up against an Arsenal side, which, of course, was frustrated again at the weekend. So what's going to happen here?
Well, rubbish at the moment. They were at the weekend. I mean, let's not, you know, hold back there.
Yeah, but they weren't against Cardiff a few days earlier than that.
It just proves, for me, this season, that they seem to be a bit of a cup team. Now, can they get it right on the day here? I think that there's one element that could really have a bearing on this game, and that's Totti. If Totti gets to play, if he's fit, that is going to be a huge, huge plus for Roma and a big negative for Arsenal. If you have a look, I mean, the likes of Fabregas, Walcott, you know, Eduardo, they're all going to be missing. Arshavin can't make it because he's already cup-tied. I think it's going to be a real, real tough ask for Arsenal to go there and get something.
All right, a chance for Roma. We're going to move on now to Chelsea against Juventus, and again, keep this theme of Anglo-Italy going. Chevy, of course, much has been made of Ranieri and any points he may have to prove against his former club. It's about more than that, isn't it?
It is, John. I think 2 months ago when the draw was made, I made Juventus the favourites to go through, but 2 months on now, and also taking into account the Gus Hiddink effect, John, I think Chelsea are very much stronger than Juventus in midfield going forward. I think there's not too much, in my opinion, in terms of strength in midfield for Juventus. Yes, set pieces, they will be dangerous with Del Piero, but I clearly go with the advantage for Chelsea. I think they can win by 2 goals.
Okay, well, whichever way these ties go, we'll be back talking about the second legs. At the moment, all I can say is enjoy it. It's going to be fantastic to watch, and we'll have our thoughts on it on our programmes in the future. More to come very soon.